Legislators on Wednesday gave President Muhammadu Buhari a 6-week ultimatum to comprehensively address rising insecurity or face impeachment. This occurred when over 80 senators across political parties and a majority of House of Representative members agreed to impeach President Muhammadu Buhari before the legislature shut down till September 20.
Party leader Philip Aduda raised a motion on the state of insecurity through a point of order, but the Senate President quickly shut it down.
The efforts that have been made so far on the issues of security in the country, after which we will give an ultimatum to the President that he resolves this issue, otherwise we give an impeachment notice. And as such...
Minority Leader, your point of order. First, you are supposed to cite the order. Second, you are supposed to discuss with me what you are going to discuss. You didn't. Thirdly, I read the progress report. Thirdly, when I read it, when some of our colleagues were still not listening. Thirdly, we have already passed that stage. Look at where we are today. So, just hold on, please. So, at this moment, that point of order, I don't know what it is, but falls flat on its face.
This development forced the senators in the opposition to stage a walkout.
The Senate had at various levels, at various times, convened various security meetings, various security issues were discussed, and we did recommend to government various steps and measures aimed at curbing these issues of insecurity. We realized that even Abuja that we are in is no longer no more safe.
The lawmakers have now given the president an ultimatum.
Well, we have given 2 months' notice within which 6 weeks. Within 6 weeks precisely, within which this security issues should really be resolved.
As to those who have issued threats to Mr. President, I think it's more propaganda than anything. It's laughable. As to the resolution passed by Senate, as rightly said, it was passed when we were deliberating. But we thank them for their patriotism and their concern, but we have already, we are working around the clock.
Yes, Section 143 refers. That's the section of the Constitution that talks about the process of impeachment. And there are about 8 stages. Even in terms of the time that is before the National Assembly, it will be very difficult within these remaining 7 months to impeach the president. The first process is a notice of allegation in writing or via a motion that will be supported by 1/3 of the Assembly. When that happens, and it is established that they want to commence impeachment proceedings, the president himself has to be informed. And he will be given 7 days within which he could reply. He may not even reply. Then it goes back to the National Assembly. Then the National Assembly will now take a decision whether to proceed or not. In that regard, you will need 2/3 majority. Just keep counting the days. The days are already going. Then, of course, the president will now be given two weeks within which to reply. He may or may not reply. If the House resolves that they will continue, yes, they will continue. If they resolve that they will not continue, the process ends there. So the opposition members, do they have the numbers? So if they don't have the numbers, it dies. If they do, they get the 2/3 concurrence of both houses, it goes ahead. When it now goes ahead, the National Assembly will now set up a panel led by the Chief Justice of Nigeria and composed of a panel of persons of unquestionable integrity. I wonder whether there are still persons of unquestionable integrity that you can immediately put together without anybody questioning their integrity. Okay, let us assume that we succeed in that regard. That panel will now have 3 months within which to carry out his own investigations and consider the merit of the allegations. And the president will be given the opportunity to defend himself. 3 months. already we've counted about 4 or 5 months. So we're already in the middle of the election, right?
6 weeks.
After the initial 6 weeks. So if the panel says there is no merit to this, then of course it ends there.
Yeah.
So given the numbers, given the timing, it won't happen. I don't see it happening. However, it is important that these senators are speaking up and they are putting the accent on the security challenges that we face in Nigeria. Minister Lai Mohammed says there will be a national security meeting today, that the president has summoned the national security. There was another national security meeting 2 weeks ago. There was one the other month. National security meeting, always meeting. The people are not asking about meeting. They are saying government should rescue them, should solve the problem. So, well, it's interesting. We live in interesting times to see senators, lawmakers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria singing a luta continua songs like labor unionists and like university students or university teachers who all have their grievances about how the country is managed.